Welcome back, beautiful souls. My name is Ali-Reza, and today I'm so excited to share with you my work on manifestation. I have been working on this topic for a very long time, and for the past 3 weeks I've been writing non-stop to gather my thoughts together and to give you guys the best, really the best of all manifestation teachings to you for free. So to support my work, make sure you subscribe, like my video, and share the content if you enjoy it. Alright, let's get to it. What the mainstream gets wrong about manifestation. The secrets to manifestation revealed. There is an abundance of information online about manifestation, along with amazing teachers offering powerful methods and techniques. However, my skepticism towards many of them doesn't stem from questioning their efficacy. Instead, it's rooted in fundamental differences regarding the direction of our faith, attention, energy, and love. Additionally, I don't perceive them to be as effective as the practice I'm about to share with you today. So let me elaborate. If you know about my story, you know that I do not subscribe to any particular religion or belief system. Rather, I'm a fervent student of all great spiritual traditions. So when I'm using verses, different scriptures, I'm certainly not trying to convert you to that religion. So the first place to begin is really to learn about metaphysics. Metaphysics is a branch of knowledge that deals with the real nature of reality. When we come to the nature of reality, we will be equipped with the right knowledge that we can use for our manifestation work. To manifest our dream reality, it is essential to first grasp the creative principles reality employs to manifest our world. There exists a singular creative force, the very one we tap into for our manifestation endeavors, mirroring the force reality uses to create the world and shape space-time. Understanding these principles forms the foundation for our manifestation work. Modern physics tells us that space-time was created in a Big Bang. In metaphysics, which is beyond physics, we ask the question, what is the creative force that is behind the Big Bang and the creation of space-time and our existence? The most reliable method to inquire into this question is our own direct experience. We may ask, why is it the most reliable method? Well, if you pay close attention to your experience, the entire space-time interface is appearances within our awareness. How do you know about space other than your awareness of it? I want you to deeply think this. Similarly, how do you know about the existence of time other than through your awareness of sensory observations of changes that occur within space? In other words, the key to answer that question can be found not by analyzing space-time, but by analyzing the nature of the witness awareness, because space-time is secondary to awareness. In other words, space-time is always experienced within awareness. For example, the glass on your table is not just a physical glass. You are having an experience of the glass. In fact, all physical objects come into being in awareness, and this is verified in our experience. Try experiencing a glass without the awareness of it. It's really impossible. Therefore, we will learn about the creative principle of the universe if we ask the important question, what is the nature of the experiencer? What is the nature of I, awareness? In other words, what is the nature of I, the witness awareness, within which all physical objects come into existence? Inquiring into the nature of awareness is the highest science because we are asking the question not about that which is observed, but about the observer itself. The best analogy to express this point is that the best way to analyze the colors of a flower is not to inspect the flower, but to learn about the visual cortex and our eyes, which use the light and our information from our environment to turn it into this color which we experience. The logical progression of this question is to push the question back to the witness awareness, which is aware of our sight, hearing, sensing, and the rest of the 5 senses. We are aware of our sight, what we see, our hearing, or what we hear, our sensing, or what we sense, our tasting, all the flavors, the smells, all the scents, our imagination, or what we see in our mind's eye, thinking and feeling. The important observation is that awareness is always prior to our experiences, and that all experience is infused with awareness, even the experience of the physical world. We don't just see space-time directly, they are rather experienced within awareness. Thus, perhaps we'll learn more about the creative force behind space-time if we seek to find the nature of experience itself. And to find the nature of experience, we have to ask the most important question: what is the nature of the experiencer, the I, the awareness, through which we experience everything? Whatever the nature of the experiencer is, the truth is that its nature affects the objects which are experienced within it, in the same way that the structure and the nature of our eyes affects how we see colors. Just bear in mind, from now on, I'm using the terms awareness of being, I, and I am presence for the same reality. I'm going to refer to it as I am presence. This realization shows us clearly that the creative force, or that which is creating reality, is our I am presence. Right now, everything that is created in our experience comes into being in our own I am presence. If we inspect our own experience, as such, our I am presence is the creative force behind everything. And as this I am presence is prior to space-time, its nature is oneness, infinite, eternal, and beyond the limitations of the physical world. You can watch my previous video on this to know more. So, your I am presence is in fact not yours. It is a shared reality. The quality of manyness is only unique to the dimension of space-time and its objects. And when we go out of space-time, there is no separation, but a single, indivisible reality. Thus, the I am presence is the common element that binds everything together. That's why we can also call it love. Love is the word we give to the oneness reality of the I am presence. This I am presence, or love, is zero-dimensional, which means that it is beyond all dimensions, outside of space and time, and outside of the realm of thought and feeling. It is the center of stillness that is ever present wherever we go and in whatever we do. The geometric template for this is a zero-dimensional point. This is not a point in space. It is a zero-dimensional point, which is a point only as a representation, but its reality is beyond space and time. So let's look at the language of geometry to illuminate how it is that this I am presence is the true creative force. The definition of the three-dimensional physical world is the 3-axis cross, or the 3 lines of height, width, and depth, each against the other at 90 degrees angle. Can you guess what is creating this 3-dimensional physical space from the standpoint of geometry? The source of our 3-dimensional space can be found at the center point of this axis cross, the center of this shape, where all the lines cross over. The center point is a 0-dimensional point. 0-dimensional point is not a point in space or in time. In other words, it is a point or a portal beyond dimensions. In physics, they teach us that this 0-dimensional point beyond space-time was the thing that was before the Big Bang. In other words, that which creates dimensions is really beyond dimensions itself. That which is creating boundaries, lines and shapes is itself boundless, dimensionless and shapeless. If you meditate on the concept of this point of 0-dimensionality, you will discover something so profound and beautiful. So let's do an imagination exercise to feel this truth. Imagine a white canvas which you use to paint a beautiful scenery full of colors, blue, red and pink. Could you paint this beautiful picture unless the canvas was white? The quality of 0-dimensionality is like the color white. The color white is not really color, it is rather the absence of color, or a 0-dimensional color, to use a metaphor, which allows colors to appear within itself. Your own intimate I am presence, similarly, like the white canvas, is a container for all manifest creation. It is truly beyond all dimensions and shapes. The 0-dimensional point, then, in a process of manifestation, becomes the infinite, eternal, spherical container for all dimensions and creations. The 0-dimensional point, in that process of manifesting creation, has now become a sphere, which is a containing form in sacred geometry, like the sphere of the egg in the mother's womb, which is the container for the creation of life itself, of human life, or like the sphere of the earth, within which life evolved. Everything in creation mirrors this movement of energy from the 0 point to the 0-dimensional sphere. The important thing to know is that the 0-dimensional, infinite and eternal I am presence never becomes a real sphere with dimensions. It only changes its form, but its 0-dimensional nature remains. So now we have a 0-dimensional sphere which contains all of the dimensions of creation. Changing form but keeping its nature is like the sun. When it shines, its rays divide into different colors of the rainbow, and yet the nature of each ray is the sunlight. Creation is always within the 0-dimensional sphere of the I am presence. 0-dimensionality means it is nowhere particular in space, but simultaneously at the center of everything you find in space. So, how is this significant? Your own intimate I am presence, or awareness of being, which pervades all of your experience, is that 0-dimensional reality which creates the universe. The only element in your experience which has no height, no width, no depth, is your intimate awareness of being. It is nowhere particular in space, but it is simultaneously present everywhere. It will become so blatantly obvious if you contemplate this with your heart, mind in coherence. Feel your own 0-dimensionality. This is your true essence, the power of creation and creativity. For your whole life, you've been intrigued by the shapes, colors, emotions, and the life around you. Now, give your precious, loving attention to the zero-dimensional I Am Presence, which is the true source of all creation, the only creative force that is constantly creating creation. Put this to the test. This is the presence of God individualized in you, the presence of divine light individualized. So some contemplation and poetry exercises to know and feel this truth. So I invite you to close your eyes and contemplate with me. The I Am Presence in you is like an infinite sphere whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. I say this again. The I Am Presence in you is like an infinite sphere whose center is everywhere, whose circumference is nowhere. Now feel what Rumi says, the Persian poet Rumi. We came whirling out of nothingness, scattering like stars. The stars made a circle, and in the middle we dance. I say it again. We came whirling out of nothingness, scattering stars like dust. The stars made a circle, and in the middle we dance. The I Am Presence begins manifesting creation. So, from this zero-dimensional containing form of the I Am Presence, which is the sphere, so now the I Am Presence begins manifesting creation. The zero-dimensional spherical form of the I Am Presence now becomes a toroidal field, which is for movement of energy and circulation, with three main energetic anchor points. And the graph that you're seeing right now shows the shape of the torus, which is just a sphere in movement. Sphere is in 3 dimensions, and the torus is the 4-dimensional sphere. And from this 0-dimensional sphere of the I Am arises 3 main energetic spheres with the highest concentration of the I Am Presence at their center. These 3 centers express the creative flow of the I Am for different functions. These are the 3 anchor points of the I Am, and these are the mind, the heart, and the will. From the sphere of the I Am Presence, now we have a 0-dimensional torus field, which is shaped in sacred geometry, as I mentioned, required for the flow of energy and circulation of energy throughout our body of light, or our energy body, which is formed first prior to the physical body, which then later forms around it. These are the highest concentrations of this I Am Presence energy. And at the epicenter of these spheres of energy are the divine wisdom, love and power, which correlate with mind, heart and will. Wisdom, love and power create mind, heart and will. In other words, these centers of the I Am Presence is creating spheres of energy, which we call mind, heart and will. Without these 3 divine centers of the I Am Presence, there is no mind and thinking, no heart and feeling, and no will and acting. The reality of mind, heart and will is the I Am Presence, which is the single creative force creating these divine functions. Without this divine light, we cannot think, feel and act. The mind. When the sphere of energy that is at the center of our head, or our third eye, is activated by the powers of the I Am Presence, which is at the center of this sphere of energy, you will manifest divine wisdom and begin to have clarity of vision, spiritual foresight, and you will see things for what they are and beyond their appearances. You will be able to know the truth of things and have a crystal clear vision for your life's purpose. The heart, when the sphere of energy that is at the center between our chest, our heart center, is activated by the powers of the I Am Presence, which is at the center of the sphere of energy, you will manifest divine unconditional love and feelings of love, gratitude, abundance, and expansion. The will, when the sphere of energy that is at the center of your belly or your will center is activated by the powers of the I Am Presence, which is at the center of this sphere of energy, you will manifest divine power and will feel divinely empowered and will ignite your divine vitality. You will be able to take decisive action in the world with creativity flowing through you with ease. You will have divine confidence, which will radiate out of you like a glowing sun. So why have I mentioned all of this? What is the significance of this for the secret to manifestation? The significance of everything I've told you so far is that despite our true nature being this zero-dimensional, infinite, and eternal I Am Presence, whose very nature is stillness, peace, love, and wholeness, this I Am Presence can only manifest creation through its vehicles of light, which is our mind, heart, and will centers. We are this zero-dimensional I Am Presence that is using a vehicle of light with three main anchor points to express itself. This I Am Presence cannot express itself without a vehicle of light through which he experiences space, time, dimensions, and can have thought, feeling, and can act in the physical world. The reason this I Am Presence requires a vehicle of expression, that is our light bodies, is that without this, the I Am Presence can only know infinity, eternity, and its own stillness. However, this I Am Presence through us can experience life with creating unique individualities, creativity, flavor, and can then learn about itself from each of our perspectives. So one of the keys to manifestation is that the I Am Presence, our I Am Presence, can only manifest with our conscious effort of bringing divine light into our mind, heart, and actions. Therefore, until our mind is clear and our heart open, despite everyone's true nature being this zero-dimensional I Am Presence, whose very nature is stillness, peace, wholeness, and love, this reality cannot express itself in our lives. And now we are getting close to the secrets to manifestation. The real secret. The secret to manifestation is that we have to put God, our I Am Presence, into action, pour His energy into our mind, heart, and actions in the world. We have to acknowledge Him in everything we achieve, that it is not our small self, our ego, attaining anything, but our God self. Once we have acknowledged Him, then we have to claim this power as our own and take the scepter of authority and command our reality from the place of the I Am Presence. In other words, we have to bring the I Am energy into our mind, feelings, and world. In the book of the I Am Discourses of Saint Germain, he writes, "I tell you sincerely, from my own experience, that we must acknowledge the one presence, intelligence, and power, then claim it as our own in our every thought and activity. It is the only way this mighty perfection can be brought into the world. So how do I use this for manifesting the life I desire? Contemplate with your mind and recognize your own I am presence as that zero-dimensional reality beyond space and time. Feel with your heart that you are this individualized I am presence. Give your own I am presence attention, love, adoration, devotion. Love this I am principle within yourself. Adore it as you adore your children. Be devoted to it as you are devoted to your beloved family. Lastly, put this I am presence into action in every deed to unleash this light that is your sovereignty and birthright into reality. In order to manifest our dream reality powerfully and effectively, we must manifest from this zero-dimensional reality of our I am presence, which is the real source of manifestation and creativity. The thing that mainstream gets wrong about manifestation. Most manifestation techniques and the laws of attraction teaching only talk about maintaining high vibrational feelings and thoughts, which is a very good place to start. They encourage you to have feelings of gratitude and positive thoughts. They teach you to feel gratitude for your harsh desires now, as if they already happened. And all of these are powerful, basic techniques, and I encourage you to learn about them. However, they all miss the important element, which is that if you are trying to manifest by having positive thoughts and feeling, you will be manifesting using the main three energy spheres or the three anchor points of the I am presence. However, the main question is, where are you manifesting from? The three energetic anchor points, mind, heart and will centers, are themselves manifested. They have no power to manifest in themselves. They manifest reality with the energy of the I am presence that flows into them and out into the world. There are many materially successful people in the world who are poor in spirit. They are powerful manifestors in specific dimensions of life, namely the material world. However, despite their successful manifestations in the physical world, they lack the fruits of the spirit. There are only two ways to manifest. One can manifest from the place of his ego and selfish desires, from his own thought and feeling, where one's attention is consistently focused on some financial goal or gaining of power. The other way to manifest is to manifest from the I am presence or love, where you manifest from a place of the love within. These are vastly different ways to manifest. One is about serving the self, and the other comes from a true desire to serve others and the universe or God. In the first method, our energy, attention, love is placed solely on the material world or the gaining and possession of some final end. It could even be some spiritual end like enlightenment for oneself. This will lead to result in one area of one's life at the cost of the others. One may gain the riches of the world but lose the fruit of the spirit. One may be rich one day and poor the next. Hence why in the book of the I Am Discourses by Ascended Master Saint Germain, he writes, one's financial situation is really like shifting sand until one recognizes the I Am presence as a source of all financial abundance, recognizes it and brings this energy into one's life. However, if your attention, energy and love is directed to the principle of life within you, your own I Am presence, which is the real source of all manifestation, and you give it your acknowledgement, recognition, devotion, faith, you are manifesting from the highest place of divine power, love and wisdom. And this will produce true abundance, love and joy in your life, which will bring with it harmony, love and blessings in all areas of your life. And it will bring these blessings with a sense of harmony, effortlessness, ease and peace of mind, as The nature of the I Am Presence are these qualities. But I invite you, beautiful ones, to manifest from your own intimate I Am Presence, the presence of God within you, the true source of creation, the true source of creativity. In the book of the I Am Discourses of Saint Germain, he writes that in the consciousness that you are the I Am Presence, acting at all times, you then must know that you are that moment of recognition, an invincible magnet of attraction, which causes every activity of the universe to rush to you to fulfill the demand. The only reason it does not seem to be so is because somewhere in your consciousness there is a feeling of uncertainty, either of your ability or of your authority or of the omnipresence of it to act. The more you enter into your own light of the I Am Presence, the light of the presence of God within your heart, the more the outer reality will come to serve you. Money, prosperity, love, joy, confidence, whatever your heart desires. This is because you are manifesting from your higher self, your inner light and place of the zero-dimensional reality which is beyond space and beyond time. Jesus also confirms this in the Gospels when he says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else will be added unto you." The kingdom of heaven is none but your own intimate I Am Presence, your own light of love that is within the inner sanctuary of your heart, and at the same time the presence which fills all of your experience. If you have been seeking happiness in the outside world from relationship, money, sex, power, material possession, these do not have true reality and can never satisfy what your soul desires. Your soul yearns to be relieved of his sense of separation from his source. And when the soul is ignorant of the cause of this feeling, it will continue seeking and seeking for happiness, always seeking for the next experience, whether it's drugs, relationships, career, power, sex, or any final end. When the soul awakens to his I Am Presence, the activity of the mind in seeking pleasure, in seeking happiness, suddenly comes to an end. The soul returns back home to the sanctuary of the Most High, the sanctuary of your own I Am Presence. The soul is united with his source and feels whole again. This is true lasting happiness and fulfillment. It is from this place of fullness, wholeness, happiness that the soul can manifest his or her heart's desires, because there flows a river of divine love, power, peace and abundance of everything that the heart desires. So how do I apply this teaching in a daily manifestation practice? First, go into a stillness by simply becoming aware of your I Am Presence, or becoming aware of your awareness of being, or simply be still and know that I am God, and feel the qualities of your I Am Presence as this wholeness, peace, and this field which needs nothing and lacks nothing. Second, feel your love, adoration, devotion for the I Am Presence in your heart, love for the divine within is the most important force which brings the heart and mind close to the I Am Presence. Love is the force which is like the flame. It will burn your small self, bring your mind and heart to merge with the I Am presence. Third, from this place of experiencing this loving stillness and wholeness, begin to command, declare and decree your reality with the I Am declarations that are specific for a problem or goal you have in mind. Remember, one of the keys is the feeling that is behind these declarations. So some practical guide how to unleash powerful decrees and declarations for manifesting your heart's desires. As you decree, know that it is not you who is speaking, but your words are flowing from this I Am presence. See yourself, imagine yourself as a channel for the I Am presence words to flow out of you. Second, ensure to first establish yourself fully in the I Am presence and feel this wholeness and stillness. The feeling is the fuel for the decrees and declarations. Third, feel that you have the scepter of authority and the right to command like a commander. Fourth, when you decree, know that when you utter I Am, this is the same divine power that is creating the world around you. Know that the power of the I Am is within the words, and as you utter it, you are unleashing divine creative energy to flow into your life as quickly as you utter the command. Fifth, know that its power is self-sustained, and you do not need to repeat yourself. You only need to repeat them. When you catch yourself doubting or entertaining some feeling that doesn't flow from divine love, wisdom and power. This can be any feeling of unworthiness, judgment of self or others, or feeling of lack and uncertainty. 6. When you say these commands, say them with a low, masterful tone, and say them out loud with a feeling of joyous confidence behind them. Do not allow yourself to go into tension when you utter these decrees. Decree and declare like an ascended master. Imagine being Jesus. How would he declare? So you should really write your own I Am affirmations, your I Am decrees and declarations, but I'll give you some examples. For the mind, I am the presence of divine mind acting in my thoughts at all times. Or, I am the pure mind of God. For the heart, I am the pure love of God in my heart and in everyone's heart. I am the pure light of love in every man's heart. For your world, relationships, health or finances, I am the source of all abundance and money, and I am the treasure house, bringing into my hands all the money that I need now. I am the presence of pure light, of divine perfection and harmony in my body now. I am the harmonious presence of divine light, and this harmony follows me to all the places I go and to all the people I'll come into contact with. The science behind this form of manifestation, which is an ascended master manifestation technique. When you first recognize with the mind, feel with your heart that I am this I Am presence, and speak with your mouth, you are bringing this divine creative energy of the I Am from the 0 point dimension to your mind, heart and will. You become a channel for the God energy to flow through you. Your thought and feeling are the two of the mightiest of all creative powers. And imagine you are turbocharging them with the light and the power of the I Am presence. It's like the negative and the positive part of a battery being charged by thunder. It creates instantaneous flame. And when you bring out this supercharged energy of your thought and feeling, with your word, you are directly and instantaneously creating your world, as our word resembles the quality of the original word, which first created our universe. Our words have the same power to create reality. In other words, we create our reality with our words. So when we command, declare and decree, we are using our word with a sense of authority and power, like a commander, with a feeling of confidence. So when we recognize, feel our I am presence and command it to perfect our world, it has to come into reality, as we are just copying the Creator's process of creation. All ascended masters like Jesus and Saint Germain use the I am not only for manifestation, but also to manipulate the physical reality, as it is the true power of creation. This explains the secret to all of Jesus' I am decrees. He was utilizing this exact technology to tap into the 0 point dimension, which is the real creative force of the universe. It also explains why Jesus could perform those miracles, because he tapped into his 0-dimensional field, within which is the true power, wisdom, love, and creativity, and the power to create itself. Okay guys, if you like this content, please make sure to support my work by liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Alright, see you in the next one.